Now, in this next segment, we're going to look back at some more extraordinary readings that happened with John during a show we aired a couple of months ago. Now, does everybody remember Sylvia? Sylvia came to our show, didn't tell anybody that she had hoped to make a connection with her son Anthony, who had passed away. When John actually made the connection, Sylvia was shocked.
They want me to talk about the 17th. The 17th is significant. That to me is either like the birthday or an anniversary or something significant about 17. And it's going to be the 17th from what they want me to acknowledge. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he was 22 when he passed or if the 22nd has a meaning, but he shows me February 2nd. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So he's acknowledging 2, 2. And he's also claiming, I don't know if it's his father who has passed, but he's got the father figure with him. He's telling me to talk about the older male. It could be your father if he had the heart problem, and that's what he passed from.
Oh, no, he didn't.
It's the man that was on a respirator. He's claiming the man was on a respirator.
That was... He was. My son was on a respirator.
Okay, so then it's your father he's with, because he's telling me to acknowledge the respirator, the respirator, the respirator. Now, did they have to make a decision to take him off?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Well, the 17th is when his body, like, stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, the 17th. May 17th. And the 20th is when he passed away.
Okay, then he's bringing somebody through who had a fall. Like, there's a fall. This is going to sound strange, but are you connected to somebody else who lost a son?
Yeah, my girlfriend. Vinny was 22.
Okay.
That's right.
20. Vinny.
Yes.
He might be with Vinny.
Yes.
Did somebody pass in an
Vinny
impact?
died a year before he did.
Wasn't there some type of impact or a fall?
Yes, they found him on the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Because he's telling me to acknowledge that it's connected to... It's just a matter of getting this out. That's why I like to say it first and let you guys validate it afterwards. If you can, you need to make sure that the mom knows that they came through.
Oh my God.
Okay? Is his middle name with the J?
Yes. Anthony Joseph.
Okay. Thank you.
John's connection with Sylvia's son had a profound impact on her. Watch what she told us backstage.
First went up to my daughter and said he sees a young figure on the side. And then when he brought up the date, the 17th, that's when my son, his body died. And when he said the enlarged liver, that was the first thing that stopped.
Somebody had something enlarged in the body, but I feel like an organ is being enlarged and stopped working. Do you understand this?
One might not have been 100%, but when he said that Anthony wanted it that way, it's true, because he would have never wanted to live if something was wrong with him, you know?
Don't know if you had to make the decision to kind of take him off life support, but he's making me feel like it's the decision that was made by him, not by other people.
It made me feel better. At least I know that he wanted it, you know, that he's okay too, you know? But then when he said the 22nd, his friend Vinny died, and he was 22 years old.
It's going to sound strange, but are you connected to somebody else who lost a son?
Yeah, my girlfriend. Vinny was 22.
Okay.
But then when I mentioned Anthony's name, but at the end when he said J, that was his middle initial.
Is his middle name with the J?
Yes. Anthony Joseph.
Okay.
That was like, I couldn't believe it.
Now, after Sylvia left our studio, she contacted us to say that John's reading changed her life. Sylvia says she now feels comforted knowing that there is an afterlife and that her son is with her every day in spirit. She says she was absolutely moved by the entire experience. Does everybody remember a woman named Randa and her sister Jamie? They came to the show hoping to make a connection with their grandmother Nancy and their Aunt Lydia. This was an extremely emotional connection.
I've got two women that are coming through who I'm going to refer to as the Golden Girls. So I don't know if they call themselves the Golden Girls or if just in my head that their names are going to be like Blanche and Rose or, you know what I'm saying, Dorothy and something. But there's something about the Golden Girl connection that comes up in the back here. So to me this would be like a mother and her sister. It's like they're like almost like sisters that are coming through. Okay, do you have like a grandmother and her sister who passed?
I have a grandmother and a daughter that passed.
A grandmother and her daughter?
Yes.
Oh, only if they were like always together. Because I'm seeing them like sisters.
They live together.
Okay. Was the daughter not married?
Right.
Okay, because they've got to be like, they're like the team is what's being shown.
Yes.
Do you know if the daughter went first?
Yes.
Okay, because I need to say that the daughter was there to meet the older female, okay? I also feel like there's some type of connection that either somebody had serious glaucoma or they had some type of issue about being misdiagnosed about the eyes, okay? They're also making me feel like there's something about either Regina or there's some type of name, a unique R name. They want me to acknowledge like unique. Say it again.
Randa.
Okay. Good. Tell me, it's like they said actually they gave it to me as an R with an A at the end, and the only unique RA name I could come up with was my cousin's, which is Regina. They are making me feel like, and I'm really sorry to put you on the spot and be personal here, but they're making me feel like there's been either a divorce or the breaking off of an engagement in some way. And I don't know if this is for you or if this is for somebody directly in the family, but they're making me feel like this was a very emotional and almost embarrassing situation. Do you understand that?
For me, when our parents divorced when we were very young, and I didn't handle it very well.
Now, I don't know if you've got the bug or insect pendant, or if this is a bug or insect like ring. I don't know what this is.
I'm wearing it.
What is it?
No, it's her. I'm wearing both jewelry that belongs to her.
And after the reading, I talked to Randa and her sister Jamie. Watch.
You mentioned something about a strange R name, which is my sister.
There's something about either Regina or there's some type of name, a unique R name. They want me to acknowledge like unique. Say it again.
Randa.
Okay. Good. Tell me, it's like they said actually they gave it to me as an R with an A at the end.
My parents got divorced when we were very young, and he said something that was very embarrassing to us. It was very embarrassing to me when I was a kid. The whole divorce, she didn't handle well, and my aunt was always concerned about her being okay with it.
They're making me feel like there's been either a divorce or the breaking off of an engagement in some way. They're making me feel like this was a very emotional and almost embarrassing situation. Do you understand that?
For me, when our parents divorced when we were very young, and I didn't handle it very well.
Just her coming in, letting us know that she was there for us. I have complete closure. I know that she's somewhere with my grandmother, and they're safe, and they're happy. And they just want us to help.
Now, since the show, Randa and Jamie say that hearing from their aunt and grandmother through John gave them a whole new perspective on life and the afterlife. Randa says she finally feels like she has the closure, and both girls now feel their aunt and grandmother's spirit is always with them. And we'll be back right after this.
Was he the one who was killed?
Yes. Do you know how?
The way he's coming across is he's making me feel like this happened to him. It's not something that he's responsible for.
And is he okay?
He's fine. He's fine. Okay.